Hey guys, welcome back to the Arsenal save here on FIFA 23. Views were weirdly down by a substantial amount over the past couple of days, so do check the channel page for anything you may have missed. I'm not sure whether there's been an issue YouTube's end, so that a handful of you have missed the last couple of episodes that went live. But today we have our North London derby number 2 of the season and an FA Cup quarter-final away from home against Brentford as well. The semi, should we beat Brentford, might be drawn before that game against Tottenham. It might be here, but I believe that's probably an international break in there, isn't it? On the 25th. So it might actually come a little bit later in April. We'll wait and see. We'll attack Brentford as best we can. Hopefully get the win. We actually have 4 straight away games if you count the away game in the Cup as well. So Brentford away, Villa away, Spurs away, then actually Southampton away before 3 straight home games. Not an easy end to the season for us, though, at all, is it? Spurs, Chelsea, United, City, Leicester, Liverpool. Really, really tough ends to the season for us. But fingers crossed we can get enough points to guarantee our top 4 spot. We are at almost full strength for this game against Brentford. Although, of course, Saka's still injured, probably till about the end of this current month. Or sorry, the end of April. As we end March here. In today's episode, and Yuri Tielemans not quite fully fit, but fit enough to start. So drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save continually. Please do continue to leave your feedback in the comment section as well. All interactions with the content, whether they be likes or even dislikes or comments left, really help push the channel to new people, and the channel's been growing quite well since we started the new save on the new year's worth of content, so please keep that going for me. I'd appreciate it. Right, Brentford away. You can see their starting lineup there. I might need to change it a little bit. I'm not sure about Christopher Ayer at right back. Outside of that, they look pretty strong. And we'll see how we can get on. Did make some changes to that Brentford starting lineup. They had a 61 rated right winger that was unfit in there for some reason. They've got Mikkel Damsgaard now on the right-hand side of their front three, as they should do. Thomas Strakosha in goal. Hickey at right back. Not Christopher Ayer. He's now back where he should be at centre back. Ben Mee and Luke Shaw, a new signing at left-back for them. Surprised to see Luke Shaw leave Man United and come to Brentford, I have to be honest. Christian Nørgaard in midfield, CDM ahead of or behind even Vitaly Janelt and Josh Da Silva. Damsgaard, as we mentioned, on the right. Johan Wisser on the left and Ivan Toney up top. Keane Lewis-Potter as an option, as well as Sergi Canos as alternatives off the bench. Benjamin Šeško is also at Brentford now. So really intrigued to see how he grows. They've obviously picked him up in this save, and then Rico Henry, Matthias Jensen and David Raya on the bench. Some changes for me. Obviously, Smith Rowe continues to play ahead of Saka. Marquinhos on the left, Gibril So in midfield as well, and Gusto gets the nod at right back. And that man in the middle of your picture there, Aaron Ramsdale, is up to 85 rated. Not really too many options I can do kit-wise. The red and white one would have been a clash. The alternate kit would have been a clash, and the away kit, as you see it here, is also a bit of a clash, although at least it's a bit more obvious who's an away player and who's a home player. Gabby's first touch here could be good. We could be in. He's wrong-footed, that defender as well. Gabby Jesus absolutely tearing their defence apart. We lead by a goal to nil. Flying start to this FA Cup quarter-final. Gabby Jesus wants a winner's medal at Arsenal, as he got many of them at City. Brilliant counter-attack. Not even a counter-attack, just first attack. And the shot, just too powerful for the keeper, into the roof of the net. Brilliant solo goal. Marquinhos wins that header well. Ødegaard with his attempted first touch, which was pretty fancy. They've given that straight to Gibril So there. Mistake from Brentford that they could very well pay for. Marquinhos in behind. Needs a good first touch. Has it. Needs a good finish. Also provided. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0, and we really are running away with this one now. Nørgaard looking over the top. It's perfectly weighted for Johan Wisser, and Josh Da Silva plays the 1-2. Wisser's in behind, tries to let it across. The man on the near side still, I presume it was Damsgaard, tried to swing at it as if the ball hadn't been intercepted about 10 years before he tried to have the shot. Oh, that's a lunge. It's definitely a foul. Yellow card for Janelt there, deservedly so. The ball had already been intercepted before the guy actually even tried to swing at it. That looked really strange. Nice ball inside to Ødegaard. You see the run here from Zinchenko. Looking for former City teammate and current Arsenal teammate Gabby Jesus for a third goal in this first half. We are bossing Brentford at the minute. They can't help themselves, but give the ball away and give us a great chance of putting this game to bed before we've even reached half-time. But Strakosa's come and claimed that well. Free kick for handball. I'm not going to shoot from there, thank you very much. I'm not going to shoot from there with anyone, let alone Saliba. Smith Rowe, quick sharp turn. Marquinhos into the middle. Gabby's there. Christophe Royer has the header to get away. Zinchenko on his right. I hit Christophe Royer in the face, putting his body on the line to stop us from getting another goal. It's really poor from Wissa. It's really poor from me too. It's poor from everybody. There's been, other than the goals, there's not been much quality in this game so far. Neither side able to put together a decent spell of possession. Saliba just caught on it. Oof. And Vitaly Janelt couldn't have hit that much harder, but he certainly could have hit it more accurately. Lump that forward. Erdegaard is there. Ben Mee pushes to get to it. Ivan Toney support in Johan Wissa. And back to Vitaly Janelt. No sign of Damsgaard in that forward third. And Gibril So will look out wide here for Emil Smith Rowe. He's in behind Luke Shaw. Expect Luke Shaw to be slightly better positionally than that, but he's left wanting a little bit. Support here from Gibril So. Sees Zinchenko quickly looking for Jesus. Finding Marquinhos. Back to Zinchenko. Oh, and he can't hit the target. It's over the top from Oli Zinchenko. He should have buried that, or at least got it on target and forced a save out the keeper. Good opportunity to kill the game off, but as it stands, 2-0 is certainly a comfortable enough scoreline for us at this particular moment in time. We have 1 foot in an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Strong challenge from the Brentford man there as well. Could have caught my guy rather awkwardly. And it's going to fall for Marquinhos here. But the shot is blocked. 2-0 at half-time. Bristol City holding Spurs so far. With it being a quarter-final as well, no replay. So that will go to extra time if it is as it stands right now, come 90 minutes at Ashton Gate. Liverpool beating Burnley as you might expect. Arsenal beating Brentford as you might expect. Everything so far today going according to plan. Gusto forward to Smith Rowe. Back there to Gibril So. Picked off by the defender. Ivan Toney in possession. Gusto trying to get out here to Luke Shaw forward from left back. They can find Toney through the air. They've definitely got an option for a quality goal. Josh Da Silva could tuck that back. Has done. Janelt. Oh, he's seen Wissa brilliantly. The vision for that pass from Vitali is top draw. And that is the sort of quality you expect from a fellow Premier League side. Johan Wissa pulls one back, but it's all about the assist. That's superb from Janelt. In behind Kieran Tierney, Johan Wissa. He does tend to score the occasional goal in spectacular circumstances, Johan Wissa. Normally off the bench, in my experience, for Brentford, rather than from the starting 11. But clearly having another impact here. Josh Da Silva going off for them. And Matthias Jensen, I believe, coming on for Brentford. I'm not making any changes of my own yet. But I have a funny feeling we might have to if we want to hold on to the lead that we've got. Here's Martinelli back to Gibril So, to Marcus Thuram off the bench to try and power us to another goal, which he might be able to do actually, or even with the assist to Martinelli. Oh, the two substitutes combined brilliantly, but Strakosha denies us the goal. Top save from the Brentford goalkeeper. Erdegaard will just nod this down, and Martinelli's there again, but his shot is well blocked. Oh, I thought it was one of my teammates running onto that there. It wasn't. It was Johan Wissa. We're pushing to try and get a third just to ease any concerns we might have about them getting back into it. But at the minute, they're standing firm defensively, as they did continually from when the second goal went in. Oh, it would have been brilliant football had that come off as well. 20 minutes to go here. 2-1 continually. And Brentford just weathering a brief storm, but hoping to have a chance of their own to equalise. Kieran Tierney's going to have to keep up with Ivan Toney here, which he's done well. Around the corner here to Johan Wissa, who hits the side netting. Brentford still mean business. This isn't over. Not had the chance to really get used to Marcus Thuram yet. Not had many opportunities with him to try and score goals, but getting the ball taken off me quite quickly whenever Brentford are in possession. Here's Matthias Jensen. Ivan Toney's arriving. That's where that ball goes. Toney draws the save out of Ramsdale. A late flurry from Brentford here. Change is made for them as well, I saw. And the keeper is up. Benjamin Šeško is up. off the bench. Rico Henry's off the bench as well. You can see the keeper is now rushing back towards his goal. Here is Rico Henry. There was a hand used in there. Unfortunately, it now means that the keeper is back in his goal, so I can't get them in on any sort of counter-attack. But, so second time that Luke Shaw has just leapt in front of Emil Smith-Rowe, who's let himself down positionally. When I play the pass, Smith-Rowe is the right side of the man. Then, or as I'm powering up the pass, then when you actually play it, the defender jumps in front of him. Luke Shaw, the man in question that we're talking about there, the defender that jumps in front of him, and now they have a chance here as Luke Shaw lifts this over to maybe get themselves into extra time, but I'm just going to try and get rid of this as best I can. Waste time, and we will be in a semi-final of the FA Cup this season. To Wembley we will go, but who we will face, we shall wait and see. And when we shall face them, we shall wait and see. I will go to the post-match press conference. Bristol City do take Spurs to extra time. Liverpool batter Burnley. I'm not sure what the other result was. Spurs win it in the end by 3-2 after extra time. It's Man City or Newcastle. Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, City or Newcastle. That is a strong selection of semi-final opponents for us there. And as much as we might have been favourites to go through this round, as we say there, anything is possible for the semi-final, and any given opponent will be a particularly tough one to try and get a result against to go back to Wembley for the final at the end of the season. But we're in a semi. We're continually giving ourselves the best possible chance to get something done. Match rescheduled. It looks like it's going to be coming later in April, so it will be Villa. You're welcome. I'm proud of you, Aaron. Proud of you, Aaron. You've grown very well this year. For some reason, my board confidence level is still weak, despite the fact that we are... Where are we in the league? Still top 4, aren't we? We are 4th. Board's still disappointed. I guess because we got knocked out in the Europa League quite early on. But we are still now in an FA Cup semi-final and on course for the league objective as well. It will be Manchester City that we face in an FA Cup semi-final prior to Manchester City in the league. And the game against Man United is now moved midweek in the month of May. City probably the one side I didn't want of those that were through. But regardless, you can only play against what's in front of you. And what will be in front of us next is Aston Villa. 4-3-3 for Aston Villa today. Emi Martinez, Matty Cash, Tyrone Mings, Diego Carlos and Luca Digne. Boubacar Kamara sat holding with John McGinn and Felipe Coutinho sat in front of him. Emi Buendia on one side, Leon Bailey on the other, and Youssef En-Nesyri up top through the middle. See Danny Ings on the bench, Ismail Assar as well. They've brought in from Watford, Esri Konsa on the bench, Ollie Watkins, Morgan Sanson, Ludwig Augustinsson is still going, and Robin Olsen as well, also still going on the bench. We're at full strength throughout the squad, other than the loss of Saka, but Ben White is into the starting lineup, as is Granit Xhaka for this difficult away game. Going to need his defensive prowess, I feel, for this fixture. Let's see how we get on. We want to win this, of course, though, to maintain our top 4 status. Now Tomiyasu will go after it again. Ben White's in the way of it again, and I'm just going to put my foot through it. I tried to clear that as far as I possibly could. Really didn't go that far. Yuri Tielemans fouled there, but play continues, and we come away with Smith-Rowe, who will look for Gabby. And support is arriving in the nature of a couple of midfield partners. Here's Ødegaard. Hits it early because the defender is coming across to him. And Emi Martinez makes a good save. Positive start in the first game. So far, positive enough start in this second as well. Oh, Tomiyasu got to that very well indeed, but no goal. Emi Martinez with a top stop. Put a bit more power on the next one. And it's towards the back of the box where En-Nesyri wins his header, but Smith-Rowe tackled by Bailey. I was hoping to get away from him there. Matty Cash, the poor pass, picked off by Martinelli. Will look to quickly get it forward. Tielemans has Gabby Jesus through that gap. Again, it's Ødegaard that's on the run. Again, it's Ødegaard in the box. And again, it's Emi Martinez with a great save. Even better one this time around, because that was destined for the far top corner and most certainly needed intercepting. Out here to Martinelli. Sees Jesus on the shoulder of the man. Matty Cash nips in as Jesus' touch took it too close to him, and now Leon Bailey could get away here. And they found Youssef En-Nesyri! And that is the quality of the man, and why they bought him in from Sevilla. That's a hell of a hit. There's no stopping that. That's flying in at quite a pace. We'll have a look at the hypermotion replay, but that's all about shot power there. Ramsey's got most of the goal covered, but dearie me. Foot right through it. The camera can barely even keep up. That's an outrageous finish from En-Nesyri. He's second in 6 games since coming into the club in the January transfer window. And seemingly thus far, with a quality of finish like that to him, well worth whatever money they paid. Ødegaard. We use the left back first. And go to Ødegaard again. And out to Martinelli. Ødegaard's coming forward again. And Jesus made a good run. And he's in. Gabby, equaliser. Not behind for long. And we'll go and pick the ball up, please. We don't want a point. We want all 3. We want to stay in the top 4, please, by picking up a victory here. Ødegaard's had a couple of opportunities to get a goal for himself. On this occasion, turns provider. And Jesus doesn't let him down. 1-1. Coutinho. Into the gap. En-Nesyri out wide. Emi Buendia into Felipe Coutinho. And he's found John McGinn. Can't keep his shot on target. Drifting away. Chances at either end for both teams in this one. It's a very open game. 6 opportunities as you see so far. Villa have had their goal and then that John McGinn effort. We've had a couple of Martin Ødegaard efforts. And he could turn provider again, but the ball doesn't quite make it through. Really good game this one against Aston Villa. Properly competitive, and both sides will feel confident heading into the second half that they've shown enough in the first 45 that they can win it. But we are going in at the half level thanks to that post. I am concerned that Villa are going to be strong enough defensively to keep us out for the full 45 here in the second half, but we did show plenty of signs of being able to cut their defence open in that first period. And hello! Cutting them open again. Gabriel Jesus is a machine in front of goal. Arsenal 2. En-Nesyri out wide here to Felipe Coutinho. And around the corner nicely. Leon Bailey's got the pace to get away. Ben White has the legs to get back. We won't be able to keep that in play. 18 minutes to go. 2-1 Arsenal. Coutinho corner. Good delivery. Bailey with a good header. Ramsdale safe hands, although there was a man on the line, I think, to clear that away, even if the hands weren't quite as safe as they were. Right at the end of the game here, so we'll just keep possession for the final few moments and ensure that we get the dub. 3 points, very welcome in the Premier League. Hopefully those sides around us, Chelsea, Leicester, etc., Tottenham, who we've got coming up in the final game of the day, will have dropped points. We'll wait and see. Chelsea do drop points. We saw them go 2-1 down against Fulham, and it stays at that result. So we might actually be up to 3rd now. We are indeed at Chelsea's expense. 56 points for us. We've played a game more. Hello? Oh, okay. White did that. We've played a game more than the 2 above us, though. So whilst the gap looks like maybe we could be in with a title shout. 6 points to Liverpool, 7 points to City. They have 1 game and 2 games in hand, respectively. So, no, we will not be challenging for a Premier League title this season. To be fair, Tottenham have a game in hand as well and can come up to 55 and just 1 point behind us. And we're only 3 points clear of Chelsea and Leicester combined, both on 53 points. So, it's going to be tight all the way to the end of the season. But knowing we have 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th left to play this season, if we don't get Champions League football, it's because we haven't done it against the sides around us. It's quite the difficult run-in, isn't it? To be completely honest, it's a very difficult run-in. Starting with Tottenham now. Got to go to a pre-match conference, haven't you, before the North London derby. Come out fighting from the press conference onwards for the whole weekend. The Premier League season is reaching its climax. Your team look favourites now to claim a Champions League spot. Are you confident of doing so? We have got the hunger. Now then, last team we met was a draw. It was a draw, wasn't it? But we'll put the effort in to try and get a victory. And fingers crossed this time we will see it through. Pretty close run thing in the last game, certainly. But we'll take the lessons learnt from that game. And we'll try and implement them in the next to ensure that this time we come out on top. Now, the last game was at home. This time we have to travel to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. My brain is telling me it was 2-2. It was 2-2 at the end of November there in the middle at the bottom on the 30th. I can't remember the the manner in which we got the 2-2 draw, but it was a 2-2 draw. 3 points in this fixture not only is great for bragging rights, but is also wonderful for our top 4 challenge. So let's get a win. An 86 rated Hugo Lloris between the sticks for Tottenham. New signing Ricardo Pereira at right back. Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, Christian Romero and Ryan Sessegnon round out their back 5. Højbjerg and Benassa in the midfield. Kulusevski, Son and Kane. Quick show you of their bench. And not sure what's going to happen in this one. I probably would take a point. But to go away from home and win against Tottenham, to put us in a really strong position to qualify for the top 4 at their expense, would be a real sign and statement to the rest of the league that we mean business about finishing in the top 4 this season. Gabi Jesus is going to need Ødegaard again here, but the two will link up. No, they won't. He's giving it away. Free kick for Tottenham. Heung-min Son goes short there to Davinson Sanchez. Kulusevski tackled. Sanchez. Son. Oh, I can't believe that's gone in. Shot power, and perhaps the fact the keeper was slightly unsighted, find that flying into the bottom corner, but I thought I had the angle covered with the defender in front of him to get the block on it. He's turned his back on it, William Saliba. That's just bad defending. Quite simply, bad defending. You've got to put your body on the line. In a derby game as well, you have to be willing to put everything on the line for the cause. And watch Saliba here. He's in a good position to block this, or at least get a leg out to it. Like, he could lift his left leg and maybe get a block on this, but he doesn't. He turns his back, shoves his arse out. It's not good enough defending from William Saliba. He might be upper 83 rated now and have grown well, but occasionally making the odd mistake still. Tottenham 1 through Heung-min Son. Arsenal 0. Cannot afford to lose this game given the nature of the league and the top 4 challenge. We really can't. Tomiyasu, Tielemans, Zinchenko. Positive football here from Arsenal. Zinchenko's in there. It's Ødegaard it's fallen to. It will come again here to Tielemans looking for Martinelli. Saliba making up for his previous mistake. He might even get an assist. No. Well blocked by the Tottenham man. Trying to put the pressure on the Tottenham backline. Force an error from them, but they are less than willing to make one so far. 25 minutes in. We haven't really caused Lloris too many problems to this point. Get to that, Gabby. Tierney to Martinelli. Let's start the second half the right way. Desperate to get an equalising goal at the very least in this one. Smith Rowe. He knows everything about this, being a young Arsenal boy. Tielemans is in. Ooh, it's a good save. It was Jesus actually, not Yuri Tielemans. Gabi Martinelli to take the corner. In fact, I might give this to the aforementioned Tielemans. No, Ødegaard. Ødegaard can deliver this. Come on then, Martin. You've provided me with plenty of assists so far this season. Not there. Tielemans needs to win this. Son does. Kept alive. And Martinelli. Zinchenko. Goal! Oli Zinchenko on his right foot. Questions asked about his future in the starting lineup because of his overall rating and lack of real impetus on the team. He's just a good squad player, Oli Zinchenko. He's starting every week for us at the minute, but that might not be the case in Season 2. But that's a decent finish. Not super accurate, but he's beaten the keeper with it. And on his weaker side, we have a stronger scoreline. 1-1. Quickly, nicely, round the corner. Smith Rowe looking for Gabby. He's had to run into the channel to get there and just doesn't have the strength against Davinson Sanchez. Benassa. Oh, I thought I'd get to that. This is dangerous now. Kane to Højbjerg. He's got the runner on the right-hand side. Tierney's going to have to get out towards him. Ricardo Pereira. Højbjerg. Kane! 2-1 Tottenham. They felt untouchable throughout the course of that move. And the man that loves the North London derby so much almost invariably scores. Great movement from him. Ah, frustrating. We worked so hard to get ourselves back level. And we're instantly pegged back. 2-1 down now. And we're behind again. Son. Turns well. Out wide to Jed Spence, who's on off the bench here for Tottenham now. I thought I'd outmuscled him there with Saliba. Kulusevski for 3. Big save. Big save, Aaron Ramsdale. That's kept us in it. He might have had his issues this season, Aaron Ramsdale, but that is a particularly important stop. Jesus has just been bossed by Davinson Sanchez all game long. He's had nothing. Driving inside, twisting away. We'll use the left back. Quick 1-2 maybe. There's just not many gaps, is there, to fire a ball through. Smith Rowe is there. He's turned well, looking for Ødegaard. It's a lovely ball. Martin Ødegaard, he's in, and Ødegaard scores. 2-2. We refuse to stay down in this North London derby. We fight back again. That's a very good goal. Lovely assist. Perfect weight of pass. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to step in there. We couldn't quite. Kulusevski, little ball roll, but that's not worked for them. Here's Marcus Thuram now. Just knock that into Jibril. So I'll lift it looking for Smith Rowe, but to be fair, it's Jed Spence they've got at fullback now, but he's not been able to deal with it. And here's Ødegaard, and he couldn't. Oh! He couldn't shoot, but he can win a controversial penalty in the final 8 minutes of the North London derby. Eric Dyer furious. Let's have a look at it. He did catch the man, but did he get any of the ball as well? I'm not sure. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg goes off, and Yves Bissouma comes on. Yuri Tielemans to win, potentially, the North London derby for Arsenal. No. Saved by Lloris. A chance gone. Oh, cleared off the line. Marcus Thuram wins the header. I can't believe it. Ødegaard will get to that first. And out wide again here to Martinelli. We're not going to get better opportunity than a penalty in the last 5 minutes, are we really? Unbelievable. The win in our hands. And Yuri Tielemans can't finish it off. And can Tottenham go and steal all 3 points themselves? Son. Back to Jed Spence. Tielemans, not Tielemans, Tomiyasu intercepts. We'll get rid of this with Ramsdale. I'll pump it forward. I'll win that header. Martinelli does well. He gets fouled. Does he? No. The advantage must have been for Tottenham for something. Oh, it's going to be a 2-2 draw at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, just as it was at the Emirates. It was perhaps a bit of a soft penalty, but given the opportunity, we should have tucked it away. We should have tucked it away. We'll go to the post-match press conference. Should have won that. If we don't get top 4, A, it would be classic me from the past 12 months or so in series on the channel. And B, it will be solely down to that penalty probably. We were resilient today. We're pleased to have gotten a draw. We were resilient. We went behind twice. And we've certainly to be proud of the fight back. But to win, you have to have some control in the game. And we had control of the entire scenario from the penalty spot and threw it away. Well and truly, threw it away. Level on points with Manchester United with a game in hand on them, which is good news for us. Tottenham have now played their extra game that they had in hand on us and I believe have lost it. So they're still 3 points behind, having also played 30 games now. The gap is still actually... Now Liverpool have played the same amount of games as us. They drew it. They were on 62. So the gap is 6 points to Liverpool, but still a lofty 10 to Manchester City. We're still in the top 4. It's still all to play for. It's still in our hands. Tomorrow, Southampton, Chelsea and Wolves. Southampton, Chelsea and Wolves. Chelsea 5th. Big game against Spurs today. Big game against Chelsea tomorrow. And then even bigger games against Manchester City the day after that. It's going to go all the way, as it always seems to do. Can we pull it off? Top 4 is the aim. Currently, we are on course. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed, please. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on any more. My play a little bit later on this afternoon or early this evening for you. Click that notification bell and you won't miss it. I'll see you next time.